What's up, Who Dey Nation? You're not gonna believe what's happening with our team right now. Week 9 is coming, and man, our quarterback situation is making everyone's hair stand on end. Are we gonna be able to solve this problem before the game against the Bears? Stay with me till the end because this news could change everything in our season. And don't forget to drop that like and subscribe to the channel, because you won't want to miss a single detail of this bombshell. Look, we all know how this season has gone. It's been a disaster from the jump. Joe Burrow goes down with turf toe in week 2, our franchise quarterback, the guy we built everything around, sideline. Jake Browning steps in, and what happens? 4 straight losses. 4. The offense looked lost, turnovers piled up, and we watched our playoff hopes start circling the drain. Then came the cavalry Joe Flacco, the veteran, the Super Bowl champion. He came in and gave us that massive win over the Steelers, and for a moment, just a moment, we thought maybe, just maybe, we could salvage this thing. But then last Sunday happened. That gut-wrenching 39-38 loss to the Jets. A game we should have won. A game we needed to win. And now Flacco dealing with a sprained AC joint in his throwing shoulder. I watched Flacco at the podium yesterday, and here's what stuck with me. He was optimistic, sure, but he was also vague, really vague. And when Zach Taylor was asked about Flacco's status, his response was telling: "We'll see." It would be silly for me to commit to that on a Friday. Now, James Rapien reported that Flacco had a good practice on Thursday, and that's encouraging. But the fact that Taylor is calling him questionable this late in the week, that's concerning. The Bengals are being cautious, and they should be. This is a 40-year-old quarterback with a shoulder injury to his throwing arm. You can't just throw him out there and hope for the best. Here's where this gets really tricky, and I want you to follow me on this because it's important. Let's say Flacco plays. How effective is he going to be with that sprained AC joint? We're talking about a quarterback who needs to make NFL throws with zip and accuracy, and he's doing it with a compromised shoulder. What happens if he takes a hit? And he will take hits and that injury gets worse. Are we looking at something that could knock him out for multiple weeks? Now flip the script. Say Flacco can't go, and Jake Browning gets the start. Browning has thrown 8 interceptions this season in limited action. 8. That's what triggered the Flacco trade in the first place. Can we really trust him to protect the football against a Bears team that's going to be aggressive? And here's the kicker: even if we lean on our suddenly elite rushing attack, which has been a bright spot and can absolutely exploit Chicago run defense that's giving up 5.3 yards per carry, we still have to deal with the fact that the Bears have Ben Johnson calling plays. Johnson is an elite offensive mind, and our defense, it's been putrid. This game is going to be a shootout whether we like it or not. This is what makes last week so painful. If we had beaten the Jets, if we were sitting at 4-4 right now, we could afford to rest Flacco. We could take the cautious approach, get him healthy through the bye week, and come out swinging in week 11. But we're not 4-4. We're 3-5, and every single game from here on out is a must-win. The Bears game went from a would-be nice to have to an absolute gotta-have-it situation, and that changes everything. It changes the risk calculation. It changes how aggressive we have to be. It puts Zach Taylor and this coaching staff in an impossible position. Let me be real with you, this is make or break time. Week 9 isn't just another game. It's the game that could officially derail our season or keep us breathing. We're on thin ice, and one wrong step, one bad decision at quarterback, could send us straight through. The bigger picture here is about survival, not just surviving this week, but positioning ourselves to make a real run when and if Joe Burrow comes back healthy. Every decision Taylor makes this weekend has to factor in week 10 and beyond, because if we sacrifice Flacco long-term health for a week 9 win and then lose him after the bye, we're toast. Here's my analysis, and I've thought about this from every angle. There is no safe play here. If Flacco starts and aggravates that shoulder, we could be looking at an extended absence from our most effective quarterback option. If Browning starts and throws 3 picks like we've seen him do, we're probably losing this game and falling to 3-6, which is basically a death sentence. The only path forward that makes sense to me is this: if Flacco is medically cleared and feels like he can be effective, you have to let him play. But and this is critical, you have to have a quick hook ready. The moment that shoulder becomes a liability, you pull him. You protect the asset for the games after the bye. And if Flacco truly can't go, then you game plan around Browning limitation. You run the football down Chicago's throat. You call quick passes, you minimize risk, and you pray your defense shows up for once this season. So here's my question for you. If you're Zach Taylor, what do you do? Do you start Flacco and risk making that injury worse? Do you go with Browning and trust that the running game can carry us? Or is there another option I'm not seeing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know what you're thinking, because this decision is going to define our season one way or another. And if you want to stay locked in on every development leading up to Sunday's game, every injury update, every roster move, every piece of insider info. Make sure you're subscribed to Bengals Today and hit that notification bell. We're going to be all over this story, and you don't want to miss a single update. This is John with Bengals Today. Let's hope for the best on Sunday, but let's also be ready for whatever comes our way. Who day?